1. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. 2. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. 3. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. 4. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. 5. Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. 6. As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. 7. If you can't make it good, at least make it look good. 8. Life is not fair. Get used to it. 9. We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. 10. Patience is a key element of success. 11. Software is a great combination between artistry and engineering. 12. Technology is just a tool. In terms of getting the kids working together and motivating them, the teacher is the most important. 13. I really had a lot of dreams when I was a kid, and I think a great deal of that grew out of the fact that I had a chance to read a lot. 14. The advance of technology is based on making it fit in so that you don't really even notice it, so it's part of everyday life. 15. Be nice to nerds. Chances are you'll end up working for one. 16. It's easier for us to picture concrete images from the past than it is to imagine the reality of now, let alone the abstraction that is the future. 17. I believe that if you show people the problems and you show them the solutions, they will be moved to act. 18. The internet is becoming the town square for the global village of tomorrow. 19. Positive reinforcement in any relationship, whether it is professional or personal, is always the best way to encourage more of a desired behavior. 20. The first rule of any technology used in a business is that automation applied to an efficient operation will magnify the efficiency. 21. Never before in history has innovation offered promise of so much to so many in so short a time. 22. In this business, by the time you realize you're in trouble, it's too late to save yourself. 23. Business is a good game, lots of competition and a minimum of rules. 24. I think it's fair to say that personal computers have become the most empowering tool we've ever created. 25. As we look ahead, innovation will continue to be central to everything we do. 26. A company's success in staying at the leading edge of innovation depends on its ability to bring in talented new employees at all levels. 27. If you give people tools and they use their natural ability and their curiosity, they will develop things in ways that will surprise you very much. 28. How you gather, manage, and use information will determine whether you win or lose. 29. I'm a great believer that any tool that enhances communication has profound effects in terms of how people can learn from each other. 30. I believe in innovation and that the way you get innovation is you fund research and you learn the basic facts. 31. One of the huge mistakes people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. 32. Money has no utility to me beyond a certain point. Its utility is entirely in building an organization and getting the resources out to the poorest in the world. 33. Intellectual property has the shelf life of a banana. 34. Television is not real life. In real life, people actually have to leave the coffee shop and go to jobs. 35. As we look ahead to the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. 36. I failed in some subjects in exam, but my friend passed in all. Now he is an engineer in Microsoft, and I am the owner of Microsoft. 37. It's very Buddhist to say desire is the root of all suffering. If you have no desire, you're not suffering. 38. I have been struck again and again by how important measurement is to improving the human condition. 39. The world won't care about your self-esteem. The world will expect you to accomplish something before you feel good about yourself. 40. If you show people the problems and you show them the solutions, they will be moved to act. 41. We are all created equal in the eyes of God, but we aren't all given equal talent. 42. I don't think you can name many companies, particularly big companies, that have made as many mistakes as Microsoft has. 43. This is not about money. It's about attracting people who share our belief in the transformative power of technology. 44. I am always doing that which I cannot do. in order that I may learn how to do it. 45. My goal is not to reach out to make money. It's very important to me that we're helping people live better lives. 46. In 3 years' time, every product my company makes will be obsolete. The only question is whether we will make them obsolete or somebody else will. 47. Leaders will be those who empower others. 48. Don't limit a child to your own learning, for he was born in another time. 49. As a country, we have made the trade-off. A trade-off that says we prefer a little more insecurity for a little more prosperity. 50. I'm the kind of guy, when I get interested in something, I just soak it up. 51. Standardized testing is not nearly as bad as people think. 52. The advance of technology is based on making it fit in so that you don't really even notice it. 53. Great creativity often comes from great collaboration. 54. I never took a day off in my 20s, not one. 55. You know, hard work, over a long period of time, that's the secret. 56. There will be times when we fall down, but this is a truth of the universe. There is no one whom hard times or hard work will not eventually touch. 57. I'm a great believer that education, if it's done well, can overcome shortfalls in every other area. 58. When you have money in hand, only you can decide whether to use it entirely on yourself or to share it with others who are not so fortunate. 59. Innovation is moving at a scarily fast pace.
60, yeah.
If you can identify a market that no one else has thought about, it can propel your company forward. 61. Optimism is often misunderstood. It is not the belief that things will automatically get better. It's the conviction that we can make things better. 62. The vision is that you'll have all this information at your fingertips. 63. It's important to have a sense of urgency, along with the recognition that you're going to have to work hard for a long time. 64. I think it's important for every person to work on something that is meaningful to them. 65. We're changing the world with technology. 66. A great teacher can change everything. 67. In the future, everyone will be able to run their own business from a laptop. 68. You can have a job or you can have a passion. The trick is finding a way to make them the same thing. 69. If your knowledge of technology is limited, you're always going to be at a disadvantage. 70. I spend a lot of time reading. 71. It's amazing how much you can accomplish when it doesn't matter who gets the credit. 72. The world is not a meritocracy. If you're born poor in a poor country, your chances of achieving your potential are dramatically lower. 73. Everyone needs a coach. It doesn't matter whether you're a basketball player, a tennis player, a gymnast, or a bridge player. 74. I think if you're going to go to school, it's good to be there for a reason and not just to check off a box. 75. As we look ahead, we should acknowledge that the pace of innovation only accelerates. 76. The reality of the digital era isn't something to fear, it's a call to action. 77. There's a shortage of good technical people. That's a bottleneck. 78. My model for business is the Beatles. They were 4 guys who kept each other's negative tendencies in check. 79. Philanthropy is not about the money. It's about using whatever resources you have at your fingertips and applying them to improving the world. 80. The technology is just a tool in terms of getting the world to be a better place.
81.
I always knew I wanted to do something that would have a huge impact. 82. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. 83. As we look ahead, we recognize that inaction can be as costly as taking the wrong action. 84. You can't just adopt someone else's culture. You have to build your own. 85. Even a decade from now, people are going to be surprised at how little change there's been in some ways and how much in others. 86. The rich world has spent a lot of money on health research, but the diseases affecting the poorest people have received the least attention. 87. Great companies are built on great teams, not on great individuals. 88. The successful companies of the future are going to be the ones that put the customer back in charge. 89. I've been very lucky, and with that luck comes an obligation to use those resources as wisely as I can. 90. Efficiency is doing better what is already being done. 91. It's not about how much money you make, but the difference you make in people's lives. 92. Sometimes you have to run at the things you're afraid of the most. 93. I think the direction the world is going in is fascinating, and I love learning about what's next. 94. As you succeed, you should give back. 95. And it's easy to get overconfident when you're on a winning streak. 96. Every disease that afflicts humanity offers an opportunity to save lives. 97. There's a certain amount of joy in being wrong because it opens up new avenues of learning. 98. The world is changing very fast. Big will not beat small anymore. It will be the fast beating the slow. 99. Anyone who says they've never made a mistake in business hasn't been in business very long. 100. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today.